I think it's safe to say Halo Infinite's UI could be better. That's why I'm going to completely redesign it from the ground up. But there's a catch. Anyone with the proper tools can make their own version of the UI, sure, but I'm going to do it in under 24 hours. That's right, I'm not leaving this room until the UI is complete and the clock starts. When it comes to designing UI or creating the best user experience, there's actually a few misconceptions. Sure, we could make it pretty, or we could throw some Halo Blue the series is known for in the past, but to do the best job, we really need to go to the source. We need to learn what Halo players want while also supporting what 343 wants. Speaking of which, what do you want? Okay, to start my investigation, I booted up Halo Infinite and did something that 343 had never done before. Yeah, I just asked people what they thought of Halo Infinite's UI and what they could do better. That's pretty much it.
We all feeling good? Getting these zones? Feeling good about these zones? Any thoughts on Halo's UI?
Dude, stop talking.
I had a pretty good idea of what I should be aiming for, but just to be safe, let's make 2 avatars and list what each wants. Aren't they cute? Yes, they are. They just want a new UI. Yes, they do. They want the nicest UI in the world, not the one that we have. I'm gonna call this one Kevin. You see, Kevin just wants to play the game, customize his character, and unsurprisingly wants to show the world his progress. I want that too, Kevin. I want that too. But what does 343 want exactly? Okay, besides that, Halo Infinite's creative director for multiplayer, Tom French, states that the multiplayer should be based around these 3 design pillars. So number 1, the player Spartan is Halo canon. Number 2, extensibility at the core. And number 3, always onboarding. And that makes total sense. In fact, if we take that into consideration, it reinforces customization. Great, check. Making the experience easy for newcomers should mean that the UI gets you in and out of the games as fast as possible. Good, check. But what about progress? Seriously, 343, how do we not have service records? How is that not a thing? I had my little avatars and I felt pretty confident about what each of these little fellas wanted from Halo Infinite. Hashtag Team Kevin. Okay, now I needed to find reference points. What did other games do that Halo Infinite could do better? I needed to know which games supported what these little guys wanted. But where do I start? The obvious choice is just go back to Bungie's Halo titles and see what made those so special. So let's do that. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, visually speaking, Bungie's UI is on point. But surprisingly, there was something else that caught me off guard. Thanks to the background audio, I generally felt a sense of purpose and just wanted to stay there. It just felt nice, you know? I mean, look, here's Halo 2's menu. And here's Infinite's. Halo 3? Infinite. You see what I mean? By the time Reach launched, it was pretty clear Bungie was just flexing at this point. The information was clear, starting games was simple, customization was expansive, and regardless of which Halo title I was playing, I was always able to understand where I was. I feel very confident about the difference between 343 and Bungie's design philosophy. There's plenty of time. I couldn't have wasted that much time looking at the old menus, could I? Being inspired from Halo's past was not going to be enough. There were other games out there and I needed to see what they were doing to see which of those would fit the criteria my little buddies wanted. It meant there was only one thing left to do. I had to play some games. Yeah, upgrading my internet before this challenge probably would have been a good. From what I found, Valorant, Apex Legends, Destiny, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and even Fall Guys had elements that Halo Infinite could learn from. Starting games was front and center to the experience, customization was very clear and well defined, and progression was at the forefront. And yes, these games had monetization in mind. Are you happy? We have our inspiration, we know what Kevin wants, we know what 343 wants, so it's finally time to start Halo Infinite's UI and build it the way we want to, right? Sort of. I can't really fix what's broken unless I know exactly what needs fixing. So I have to boot up Halo Infinite one more time, but this time I'm going to list every single thing I don't like about the UI. Okay, we're running out of time, so I gotta do this quickly. Here's everything I dislike about Halo Infinite's UI. Okay, let's do this. Why do I have to click the multiplayer each time if I already finished the campaign? Why is all the customization through a long, very, very long horizontal bar? There's so many menus to dig through for customization. Why do I have to select a game mode, then press start? Why doesn't it start immediately? Or my battle pass level? Why can't I see my friends' names in the multiplayer log? So yeah, there's some work to be done, but this Canadian Goose is ready to give Kevin the UI that he's always wanted, the UI that he deserves. However, as a Canadian, I have recently discovered that the Canadian staple and now American-owned coffee franchise, Tim Hortons, has more subscribers than me, the Zenkai Goose, despite clearly lacking their Canadian roots. So please, subscribe to the channel, not just for me, but more importantly, for Canada. Alright, let's do this. It's montage time. Okay, it's pretty late, but I think I did it. Ladies and gentlemen, Halo Infinite's new UI. I know what you're thinking.
Wow, ZG rebuilt Halo Infinite's UI in under 24 hours and are more Canadian than the now American-owned Tim Hortons will ever be.
But you'd be wrong, at least about Halo. I'm coming for you, Horton. You see, after redesigning Halo Infinite's UI, it became abundantly clear what gave Halo such a massive following and what 343 is missing. Halo Infinite has huge problems, and if they don't get resolved, the game's population will surely die. I'm not only going to show you what those problems are, but I'll explain exactly what Halo can do to take back control. So click this video if you want to see Halo succeed. Keep it cute.